Hi, I'm here to do my sixth experiment in Unix and Linux lab. So this is for bank management and library management. I think so the questions are. So let's check for the. So let's see. This is for the bank balance question. So here we have the while loop. I mean, for first we are specifying the while and do. Then we have printing the thing that is to giving the choices. That is printing the choices, entering one to deposit, and two for withdrawal, and three for balance, and four for a new account. So we are going to get the choice from the user. So reading choice that is ch, and after that using the new function we are getting the we are giving the new username, I mean new account name, and reading that a reading that account, and so you are a that is the account holder name. So initially we are putting the CR is 0, that is the new account created, check balance, that is check balance is 0. So deposit of function, first the deposit of function, here we have to enter the amount to deposit. So we are reading the amount that is that the user is giving, and after that you have C is the expression of amount plus 0. So the initial amount that is to be deposited plus 0, BC, that is so this function works only with the BC, and stored in the value C, that is check balance, and after that the deposit is successfully what is being printed, I mean it is printed, and after that withdraw function, here we have entered the amount to withdraw. So the amount the user is giving is being read. After that, if the amount is greater than the check balance, or the amount is less than the check balance, the C is less than 0, that is if the given amount to be withdrawn is greater than the check balance, or the C is less than or equal to 0, then echo cannot withdraw the code. You cannot withdraw, you can withdraw at most rupees, there is a check balance amount. Else print the C is equal to expression C minus amount, there is a required amount the user want to withdraw. So after that printing the withdrawal is successful. So here we have balance of function, here we have echo the balances. So check out, this is the check balance. So here we have this switch case. So we have and the required operation, that is either to deposit or withdraw the balance, or to create a new account is being chosen from by using this switch case. So let's check for the output. So yes, so here I'm gonna first create a new account. So I'm gonna give 4. The name is Johnny. Then new account created, check balance. So to check balance, I'm gonna give 3. So my balance is 0 initially now. So I'm gonna deposit now 1. So I'm gonna deposit 1. Amount to be deposited, I'm gonna give 500. So deposit is successful. Now once again I'm gonna check the balance. So yeah, my balance is 500. So I'm gonna withdraw now rupees 300. So I'm gonna give option 2. Then amount to withdraw is 300. So withdrawal successful. Now again once more I'm checking the balance. So my remaining balance is 200. So this is for the question. So that's it. Then after that I'm gonna do my next one, that is the library management. So that's A6A, 6B. So here I have a set of codes for library management. So here I'm just printing the thing as the library. So initially I'm having this IL is 0 and the flag value is 0. So I'm gonna add book of function. Here we have the echo enter the book name. So I'm reading the book name and using an array. Then after that echo enter the book author. So the author in the book, the author is storing the details of the book author. It's also an array. And after that echo enter the book ID. So BID is also storing the values of book ID. So echo enter the book publisher. So bpub is storing the values of the publisher in an array. So be avail. So if it's available of I, then it's so if it's available, then it's equal to S, that is Y is equal to S. I plus plus, so display the book. So we are going to display the book function. This function is used for displaying the list of books, list of all the books. Using this loop, we can give those book ID, book name, book author, book publisher, and book availability. Those things, BID, B name. This loop is gonna be helpful in printing this set of things for each book. That is for each book regarding those authors, name, ID, and publisher. So finally, then after this done for that, then again the third function is search book to search a book, so flag is initially set to 0, then I go enter the book ID. Now the book ID BK ID is red, and after the using for loop, then if the book ID J is equal to book ID, then echo book found. That is if the given that is yeah, the book which is being searched by the user is equal to the book ID which is available, then it's printing as book found. Then it's printing those book ID, book name, book author, book publisher, the details of the book. Then flag on is a flag set to 1. So if flag is equal to 0, then initially there is no book found like that. So book is not found is printed out. So now lending a book. So lending a book here we initially have flag 0. So enter a book ID. So the book ID is red. So book availability is say if it's yes, then using the follow up is known. If it's a book ID is equal to the available book, then if a book available, then BKAV, that's if the book is available, then the book is lent, that is it's given. Then the thank you for lending is this is being printed and using those for array. Then avail j is equal to no. So if again we are checking if the book is not available, it's printed as the book is not available. Then if flag is equal to 0, then finally like the same case in the previous one, if the flag is equal to 0, then the book is not found. So after that we have the function for return book. So here we have enter the book ID to be returned. Then we are reading the book ID. So the book available. So here we have so book available here is let's me check for BKAV and so here we have. So it's for return now. So I'm returning a book. So we can just know. So n is no for j is equal to 0. If the book ID is equal to available book ID, then the b avail the checks for b avail is equal to bkan. Then after finally the book is returned. So finally we print it out. Thank you for returning. So after that, if we are checking for after that the flag value is 1. So or else if the else I mean if the book ID is equal to available book ID, then it's okay. Then if not, then the book is already returned. So there is no book to be returned. So after that we have this while do an echo add book, search book, lend book, display book, return book, and enter your choice. So these things are for just giving the user a clear view of what are the things he can do in this library. There is to add book these things. So using the switch case, we are gonna give those functions like add book, search book, lend book, display book, return book. So if not, if these 5 options are not satisfied to the user, and if he is giving another choice like 6 or 7 or anything, then it is given as an invalid option. Please choose again. So let's check the add a book, search book, or learn book. So add a book. I'm gonna add book 1. Book name as Lost Stories. Book author is Mr. X. Book ID is LS12. Book publisher is so now I'm gonna search for a book. The book ID as LS12. book phone and ID name is being printed out. So I'm gonna lend the book. So that's the third option. Enter book ID as LS12. Lending is of stories. So the book is being lent. It is done now. So and I'm gonna display a book now. So for I'm pressing it. So list of all books. So list of all books, book ID, and I'm given these things and. So actually the book is not available now because I already lent it. So I'm going to return the book now back. So I'm going to give 5 option. So enter the book ID to be returned. So it's LS12. So thank you for returning the cost. So now I'm going to display the number of books again. So here we have those same details of the book and book availability is yes because I have returned it once after I have lent it. So the book is now available. So that's all. Thank you.